Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. We are going to be continuing with Valhalla tonight. I don't think we're finishing it tonight. I don't remember quite how far along we are. I know I'm pretty sure we're going to be finishing it next Monday. So we'll see where we are. Day 14. Yeah, okay. So I think we're definitely going to be finishing it next week. Yeah, the day 12 there is saved, so I can go back and do the Truth or Dare game as much as I want. So, yeah, let's jump right in, because I was a few minutes late to start. Okay. Things are pretty quiet outside. Right, I keep forgetting I have to click in the actual text box. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Jill, hey, it's the woman who quit the newspaper because the boss guy was a dick. Ah, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. It sounds weird to be called Miss. You seem to be in a good mood. I got some money on Mega Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? I certainly would. I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Okay. Yeah, let's get Kim a beer. And it's going to be a big beer because we need the money more than she does, probably. Even though she's unemployed, we've got rent to pay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 8 of these babies. 8. Mix it up. And there's a big old beer. Here. Thanks. So, how have you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out. My appetite's coming back. I hadn't realized just how much the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. I suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I actually felt like I achieved a victory. Like I got a hold of my own life. So nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartender training in January too. Okay. Huh, really? Yeah, I did some research and it sounded cool. BTC gives you many benefits, so it sounds like a good thing to do for the time being. I don't know if it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. It'll give me time to think on the next course of action. A bit of advice, don't go for BTC housing plans unless you absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service, with a cut in pay and tips. I was gonna go for that one, but I backed down a bit at the last minute. How do you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment. And instead of signing the BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. I still have no idea how I got away with that one. I thought those apartments were built by them or something. Back in England they are. They have their own real estate companies. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in this city, Reality Nua holds an unspoken real estate monopoly. So BTC can't easily offer such promises. Oh. Reality Nua is a bit weird as far as companies go. Their name has become synonymous with quality, a brand built around certain expectations. But the truth is that Reality Nua has done little to no work in the last 10 years or so. Really? I mean, when they started, they managed to sell and build upon plots of land that everyone gave up on. They became a big name as far as real estate goes. But in reality, the company itself has actually done less than you'd think over the years. Most of the time, they're cashing in on their established properties or letting others work on them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects. And they're all expansions of their already established ones. You seem to know a lot about it. Nah, I've just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. I think it's all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true that when you hear a name so much, you expect something. I don't know, different. But enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Can I get you anything else? Let's try a sugar rush. Okay. Sugar rush. 4 of those, a pair of these. It's big drinks for everyone. With optional Karmatrine. You know what? We're not going to put any alcohol in this, because I don't want to get her drunk. I want her to order more drinks. Mix it up. There we go. Punch it. Here you go. Yay! Actually, Jill, I came here today to thank you. Me? Yeah, back when I first showed up here, I was in a really rough spot. I was shocked, I was tired, I was a total mess. I even said some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention you helped me cool down, and your boss saved me. And, I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all that before the year ended. Much appreciated, thanks. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. I'm better now, thanks a lot. Glad to hear. It was weird to see you like that. It always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act. It did? You don't? I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as a cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do mean the same, but... Nah, I don't try to put up that act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. Huh. Disappointed? Surprised, actually. What led me to believe that you were putting on an act? And more importantly, how can I make use of it when I get assigned to a bar? I must investigate further. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Alright? Let's go for something bubbly. Alright, what do we got? We got beer. Frothy water is dirt cheap, so we're not going to give her that. We're going to take her for all her Mega Christmas money. Ooh, Cobalt Velvet. Okay, no, Fringe Weaver is way too much alcohol if we're giving her big drinks. So we're going to go with Cobalt Velvet. It does still have quite a bit of alcohol in it, but... I think because we didn't give her any alcohol in the last one, we probably are fine. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then fill it out with Karmatrine. There we go. Stick it on the rocks and mix it up. Here. Thanks. Hey Jill, I'm gonna need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, nice to see you're fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in life thanks to your timely intervention. I don't know what overcame me. I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop the shouting, so I just felt like, thank you. Don't even mention it. I just did what I felt was right. Jill, ice please. Alright. Are you alright? Did you seek help? I know a couple of people that could help you. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times, but he says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened, and I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. Seeing that you're fine is more than enough for me. Sniff. I should have come to thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Don't worry. Just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as best as you can. I will. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill, and thank you again. Please come again. So, a couple of weeks ago, I read some news about a woman saving a suicidal girl. catching her mid-air. Would you know something about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever it was probably just did it because it was the right thing to do. Run away! Feeling lonely? That voice. Oh, we got an achievement for Anna showing up, called Here's a Gift. Okay. Hey Joe, long time no see. Really long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's been over a year since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, she'll leave. Oh, she's some kind of weird ghost or something. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know? Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How did she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray. Or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that. Is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. She can see the overlay. Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world's amazing because of the things you just can't explain. And just because you only experience something, and just because only you experience something, doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. Ugh, I hate ASMR. I can't listen to it. Yeah. Awful. It's like the feeling you get when you listen to styrofoam squeaking. It's the same sensation I get when I listen to ASMR. I hate it. No, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me. Shit. That's good. I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Okay, so she's visible to us, but not actually corporeal. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had to put up for those drinks. Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Ah, boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank that the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it, because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats and all, after all. It's uncannily right. Not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me could see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. Are you okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay here. Who stays where? Crap, did I just... You have to be the first person I met who mixes their inner and outer voice. I thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter. Sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. That's not what I... whatever. Okay, so we got $350 in tips, $500 for flawless service, an extra $300, plus, okay, not a terrible amount. I think we need $8,000 for rent. $10,000. Okay, rent's due on the 30th. Great. So we got 3 days, and we have to buy this frigging Night of the ID Snatchers poster. Let's see. Here we go. Fortunately, it's only 250 bucks. We bought, like, most of this stuff. How much would it cost to buy everything? Let's see. 9, 12, 17, 27, 32, 55, 50, 5,900, 6,200, 6,750, 7,250. That's more money than we even have. There's no way we could get enough to buy everything by the end of the year. Can't believe we need 10 grand. That means we need another, like, 3,500 bucks in 3 days. I don't know if we can make that much. We'll see, I guess. Looking at the poster, Jill managed to get Gabby off her mind, even if for just a little bit. Ah, okay. That's, good to know. There are cats in heat outside. 4. I'd have blue balls if I still had any. The way she talks to her cat is certainly strange. Okay, let's see. So, alright, so only one new thing here. Yuri new season. It's finally here. I can't believe I'm alive for this day. Thank you, based god. All boards report in. What other boards, you idiot? Nice, more stupid moblobs. YY gets new season, but the actual best YY is still up in the air. My internet service gets cut off tomorrow because I can't afford it anymore. Wake me up. Get a job, you stupid neat. Oh god, here we go. Prepare hot cocoa, sit in comfy couch, put on my favorite mega Christmas sweater, see snow falling outside, turn on the heater, get my blanket, watch glorious YY and fall asleep when it ends. I am the comfy. I wish I was as comfy. Have work tomorrow. Enjoy the Urus for me, Danger You. Thread closed. Sounds cute. For nerds, maybe. You are a nerd, Jill. I'm still bummed that we haven't been able to wear her slut shirt. There are also a lot of variant dialogues for different drinks and a secret drink. Oh, interesting. I might need to look into that afterwards, but for the time being, we're just focused on getting enough money to actually pay rent. Okay. Taylor! Taylor the Brain tired of name change requests. A couple of weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Sola Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview, that was unfortunately stripped from the finished version, was a stray comment about how many people asked Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the AE team. I like the name Taylor, and there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be a part of the joke. My life is worth more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances at becoming a senator in the upcoming electoral season. Give me up the recipe. Yeah, sure. You can stick it in the Discord, so that I can grab it later. Okay, let's see. Parliament discusses anime influence. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, Delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth, trash, a representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it. I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market, Yamake, a producer, told the Augmented Eye during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre. You can trust me. Okay. Oh, whoops. I didn't read her thing. Ah, yes. Important topics and all, yeah. Sounds about as important as the things regular Parliament discusses. Biker gang arrested after vandalism during protests. The members of one of the largest biker gangs in the Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Friday. Their leader, commonly known in the streets as Christine Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested and that her gang was only there to defend protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets, so they used protesters as a shield, and we had no option but to surrender, Love told AE during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. The formal charges are unknown so far. Isn't she a game developer? She's many things. Okay. Alright, that's all the news. Thanks, Blum. I'll check that out later. Okay. So, time for work. Time to squeeze money out of these guys. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why, did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean, never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back. See? So, you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... I told you. We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby I think you called her, asked me to give you this. Is it a barrel of shit? Or a bag of shit? Or something that contains shit? I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. That's nice. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so, it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when would you be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years. Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Jill, you idiot! Eh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Titty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret? Which one do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss, thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Jukebox can stay. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me. Second one? 2 weeks ago, I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Oh, can I... Oh, spacebar, okay. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yup. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. But right now what I need is money. Happy holidays! Someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. Why? You looked so happy, I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. Alright, let's get her a big-ass cobalt velvet. Because we need cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill it out with Karmatrine. Alright, I think that's right. On the rocks, mixed. Stop it. There you go. Here. Thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too... Sadly, I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How's she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. Ahem. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Sei was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close. Then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Sei is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalences to things she knows. You need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. So she's basically heavy ADHD. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Sei was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look cross her face, and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Sei knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Get me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Sweet. Let's see, what's cold and sweet? That does not have, doesn't have ice. No ice. No. Moonblast? Moonblast is cold and sweet. But I want something more expensive. No, Brantini's not, No, Piano Woman doesn't have ice either, so there's only one sweet drink that's on the rocks. And that's the Moonblast. Alright, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Couple of deltas, couple of flans. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the rocks, blended. Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Sei asks for, you know? Now that you mention it. So, I take it Sei's family situation isn't exactly fine and dandy, huh? It's a mess they've tried to fix over time, and I'm glad to say they've already actually done it. Sei's mom had a really abusive relationship with Sei's biological father. Sadly, like many women in that situation, she just tried to justify his actions. But, apparently, things got nasty when Sei's mom, Miss Emmy, got pregnant. At that point, she had an epiphany, one could say. She didn't want that guy to raise her child, so she finally sought help. Things weren't so easy, though. Before the authorities could take him away, Miss Emmy got a serious beating from him. She still uses a cane to walk thanks to that. Holy crap. She moved here, Sei was born, she started her veterinary clinic. So did he come back? He was drunk and couldn't find any drugs, so he made it to the city. He caused a ruckus for a couple of days until Sei managed to scare him off. How? She beat him to near death. 3 times. Holy crap. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but... Oh, don't worry, I laughed too. The dramatic irony there is delicious. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe. And a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Well, sure, Uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel they're people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that Uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that too. But I just want one. I'm asking for one for me, adding one to your order. Oh, that, right. 2 big-ass beers. Alright. 2 of those. 4. 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mix it up. Slot 2. Couple of those. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mix it up. There we go. Here. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, where's Say? Where's Say? Why do they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. Ugh. The little guy managed to get his head and a paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fellow was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah, we'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Say. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses. Ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay, something classy. What do we got? Bad Touch is classy. Brantini is also classy, and it's low in alcohol. Cobalt Velvet is more expensive. Fringe Weaver's too much alcohol. Mercury Blast. I feel like this is probably going to be too much alcohol for her. So let's go with the Brantini. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A couple of these. Aged and mixed. Something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow got it into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa that made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation? Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. Heh, that girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period when you were angry or something. Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried. But I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much. Told her as much. Hey, can you get me something bubbly? Sure. Bubbly. Oh, that's a flavor, okay. Let's see. I don't want to do a fringe weaver. You know what? This time we'll do a cobalt velvet. We'll get her the big blue drink. Iced and mixed. Here. Bubbly bubbly. Hey Jill, this might seem a bit random, but... do you remember the first time I came here? Yeah, you're the second white knight I've served. I remember, why? Precisely because of that. I've been meaning to ask you about that story. How was your other experience with a white knight? If I had to put it simply, the total opposite of you. Oh? She came here as part of her work, looking for information on some case. I went through the motions, offering her a drink and all that, but she came only for her job. At first I thought she was just another private eye, but she showed me her badge and all. What kind of case was it? I wouldn't know. She never told me, but she asked if I saw some people. She got pretty intense when I told her I had no idea who she was talking about. I suggested she ask the vending machines outside, and they told her the suspect climbed on them. She got her info and she left. Pretty professional, if a bit intimidating. She seemed personally invested in the case, though. The way she lost her cool was suspicious. You seem to be pretty good at reading people, Jill. It makes me kind of jealous. Nah, I'm not good at that. It's just a coincidence that I noticed it. But you noticed it. I'm not good at reading people. Even if the cue was thrown in my face, I wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sure you can compensate with another skill. Any particular reason you asked me about that event? Not really. I just found the fact that I was the only other white knight you've served weird. I mean, really? Just two? Weird, I know. I've spent most of my life with almost no interactions with white knights until I met you. Means you had a nice life, then. That sounded creepier than I thought. A bit, yeah. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Jill. Sure. Alright, day 15 of 19. I wonder if I left food for 4. Okay, I'm here. Dorothy. You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You can stop walking. Ah, honey. You want something? The usual, I guess. Usual. I wonder what's wrong with her, though. Ah, fuck, I always forget what her usual is. Was it the, Fluffy Dream? What was it? Piano Woman, right. Always a disconnect there. I know, like, I picture that as more of a thing for a different individual. 4, 5. Like, I remember that, what's her name? Alma likes the Brantini. The newspaper guy likes beer. Who was the other one? There was one other person who I think had a regular drink. But for some reason I can never remember Piano Woman for Dorothy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 5, 5, 2, 3, 3. Good. Aged, mixed. Here. This is nice. 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 Okay, something... Dorothy is clearly fucked up. Nice? Okay, you're freaking me out. What's up with you? Hey, honey, how do you know what's real? How so? I mean, how do you know if what you see is an actual thing? How can you tell if what you see around you is actually happening? I think we need Alma here to do some debugging. What tells you everything is not actually a fabrication? What tells me I'm not just a simulation in a computer? And those ponderings brought you to the bar? What? Oh, I'm in the bar. Am I? Dorothy. So you're having a solipsistic crisis of sorts? Solip what? Solipsism. The theory that the self is the only thing that can be known to exist. See, that's another thing right there, that word. Solipsism. What does it even mean? Where the hell did it come from? Well, solus means alone, and ips means self. Yes, but how did it come to be? Do you expect me to believe that a lot of people just randomly decided to make noises? And decide, hey, let's make this noise mean this? It doesn't make sense. Words don't make sense. Okay, is Dorothy fucking high? I've been repeating words for a long time, and they've stopped making sense. Why? Calm down. That's just semantic satisfaction. Semantic satiation. Stop making up words, honey. And then there's this counter. How can I be sure the counter is really here? It is. Please stop tapping it. Hold on, just making sure. I should make her a drink. At the very least, I'll have something to throw at her. Let's get her something sobering. We need... Right here, you know what? Let's start at the top and, see if we can find something sobering here. Oh, there's a Bleeding Jane. That would work. Is that the only one that's so... Oh, or there's the Crevice Spike. Okay, that's it. So we're gonna go with the Bleeding Jane. Just a regular one, though, because she didn't specifically ask for this. Stop tapping the counter so much. I'm this close to throwing this at your face. Sorry. So let's start from the beginning. Since when did you have this existential crisis? Since earlier today, I think. I was remembering the good times I had with my guardian. But I don't know, it was all too sudden. I was thinking about everything that happened from a week ago until now. How much fun I was having, how much I loved everyone around me. And out of nowhere, the thoughts started piling up in my mind. What is love? What is fun? Baby, don't hurt me. Are these feelings real? Is all of that real? Am I real? What tells me I'm actually in a body? What if I'm just some computer somewhere thinking it has a body? Well, technically she is, but... What if I'm just a human girl in a comatose dream? What tells me that you're real? Eh? For all I know, I might just be a figment of someone's imagination. Or even just an AI simulation in some computer that thinks it's a human. I've been there, Dorothy. That existential doubt and crisis. That uncertainty about whether or not things are real. It was a couple of months only, but... I remember having panic attacks and scratching my arm to feel something. But the panic attack gave me a rush of adrenaline, so I couldn't feel the scratch and the fear got worse. What did you do to get over it? Oddly enough, I read a book. The Last Rain in the World, one of my favorites. At one point, I cried with the book, and I realized I was crying over fake things, a story and its characters. I didn't care less for them because they were fake. Why not think of reality like that too? Even if I'm a figment of someone's imagination, I'd still care about you. That's what I told myself, at least. It wasn't immediate, but that focus helped me. Heh, I like it. Hey, can I take this drink? I made it for you. Thanks. Okay, then. Okay. You alright there, Dorothy? Phew. Why did you throw it on your head? To feel something you made. And? It burns. And itches a bit. Well, it is a spicy drink. I'll get you a towel. Delivery for Dana's, Oh, I've been here before. Mr. Mario, welcome back. I have a delivery for Dana Zane. Who's that? She's my boss. I'll get it for her. Right, sign here, please. It's a big package. I wonder what's inside. You should open it. If it's something perishable, maybe it'll need to be refrigerated. Let's see. It's a wiener. A really big wiener. Hey, honey. Hmm? The big package had a big wiener inside. What will your boss do with such a thing? I think we're missing a word here. I think it should be, I don't know how she'll cook it. Perhaps she'll chop it. Honey, seems the wiener is too big to eat correctly. Stop. Maybe you could prepare some right now. What do you say, honey? Do you want some of your boss's wiener? I don't. Seriously, Jill. She's the one making the jokes. And you're the one trying not to laugh too hard at them. Anyway, we all know if we dare cook this without her permission, she'll hang us upside down. She'll hang me upside down. Hey, Jacket Boy, what's your name? I'm Mario. Come on, Mario. I'll buy you a drink. He might have another delivery, you know? This is the last one, actually. I'll accept your offer. I'll have a sunshine cloud. And you? I'm fine. Alright, sunshine cloud for Mario. Alright, it's his last delivery, so we can load it up with alcohol. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill it up with as much alcohol as we can. On the rocks and blended. We're getting Mario drunk. Here. Hey, he's done with his work for the day. It's okay to get him tanked. Thanks. Hey, call me Dorothy. You can also call me Darling for the right amount. Yeah, Dorothy. Why'd you buy me a drink? Just to let you know, I don't swing that way. What way, Lilum? I'm a man's man. I like men, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with liking women, but... Oh, don't worry. I wasn't hitting on you. I was thanking you. Thanking me? Your package let me see Honey here laughing like an idiot. It's easier than you think. That made me happy, and, I don't know, it fit with what she was telling me earlier. I'm more calm than when I entered. Glad to help, I guess. Well, duty calls. Bye, Mario. Bye, John. Bye, Honey. Enjoy your big wiener. Out with you. She seems like a nice girl. I don't mean for it to sound like I get it, I get it. Don't worry. You like guys, it's clear. Speaking of, you like motorcycles, don't you? I do, yeah. Have you been to the Motor District? I spend all of my free time in the Motor District, actually. Why? Is it true what they say about all the illegal races going on there? You're not a cop, are you? As far as I remember, no. Well, I mean, there are illegal races, but there's also a semi-legal league going on there. Semi-legal? The authorities acknowledge there's races, that there's races going on. They don't know what goes on in them, however. Modified engines, casualties, substance abuse. The illegal ones end up being safer in the end. Huh. Have you heard about a biker called Christine Love? Miss Love, of course. Everyone knows who she is. What about her? Is her gang as dangerous as they say? I don't know. Nobody knows. Excuse me? They look intimidating enough, but truth is that nobody has faced them directly. Moreover, nobody wants to be the one that got beaten to a pulp if they turn out to be what they seem. So her gang is just there. Menacingly doing their own thing. Not bothering anyone. Oh. Do you want anything else? I'll have a piano man. Alright. A piano man for Mario. Alright, I think that's... Yeah, this is already a big one. 1, 2, 3... 2, 3, 4, 5... 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3. On the rocks and mixed. Here. Yeah, this is nice. Hey, you two an item? What are you trying to say with that laughter, Gil? No, we're not. What's wrong with you? Eh? You work with this hunk of a man and you don't feel the least bit tempted? How can you be so calm with his smell so close to you? Okay, Mario, that's a little TMI. Ever heard the expression, his past is a fucking weight I don't want to carry? Because his past is a fucking weight I don't want to carry. If he even has a past at all. I'm having my doubts lately. I don't know, he doesn't have the alcohol blush yet. So he's clearly not, super intoxicated yet. Though he does have quite a bit of alcohol in him, that is true. Are you implying he's not good game? Oh, don't misunderstand. Gil is good game. He's not bad looking, he's a gentleman, he's always attentive. But he's also distant and will take many steps back when he feels like he's getting close to somebody. You don't have to marry him, just push him into a closet and... and not interested. You annoy me, bartender. You don't see what you have right in front of you. I'm out. Please come again. Ah, Gil, you heartbreaking fuckboy. Back. Did anything happen? I discovered I have the sense of humor of an 8-year-old. Did anything new happen? Hey! They brought you a package. Ah, yes, my curated wiener. It's a gift from my folks. It was delayed in customs, but here it is. You guys want some of it? That's a new one. Have some pocket money. I'm out of excuses. Alright. Ooh, we got a ton of tips today. Excellent. We only need another, like, 1,300 bucks. And we got some of, our boss's wiener. Which we know that Jill's interested in. Okay, Jill wonders if Maneki Nekos actually bring luck. Buy one to prevent her from getting too distracted. Really? When we're trying to save for rent money? Alright, what's this Maneki Neko? At least it's one of the less expensive items that's left. They say these bring luck, but its paw is broken, so I wouldn't trust him. Well, we're buying it anyways. Now we need like 1,800 bucks. Jill bought what she wanted. Yay. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Our apartment is getting quite full of stuff. Also, I see we still have our mega Christmas tree up. You've been chuckling since yesterday. Wiener. Oh, we made it onto Danger U. That bar called Valhalla. Oh, that's fun. Unfortunately, I think that if I do buy it, I will not make rent. So, that's not going to happen, at least in this initial run. But maybe in the NG+. Alright, that bar called Valhalla. Is it any good? I need a place to unwind after work. Work. Normies are taking over, huh? Everyone is a neat, just like me. Anyway, place is cool, but the bartender can be a bit of a dick. How so? Never been there, so I wouldn't know. Is she cute? I can take it if she's cute. She's cute, but I think she's a bit full of herself. The guy seems a bit more of a bro. I see you already had a conversation with her. Did she reject your advances? Nah, I just heard from the distance. So, is that a no? Kind of. I mean, if you're going there just to chat. I just want a place to chill for a bit and meet new people. Can I smoke there? Is there any bar from the BTC where you can smoke? Nope. Bummer. Well, I think I'm going next week then. Sounds good enough for me. Thread closed. Jill, so I'm full of myself? You are. The best worst end. I imagine it's something along the lines of ending up in a box. Much like other games in the similar genre. Let's see what we got here. A cozy hell. Yeah, it sounds about right. Alright, first space colony plans to develop its own army. Even though space was imagined as the promised land, a place where humanity would start over, it looks like we're about to repeat our mistakes from the past. The first space colony, Shin Outer Paradise, is currently in talks to develop its own privately owned army, following alleged threats from a notorious terrorist group. We're discussing it right now, but the law is most likely approved. We'll have an army, and we'll defend our motherland from any terrorist threat. Alice Rabbit chimed in during a private stream. This terrorist group does not exist. Don't let the Outer Paradise government fool you. The only reason for this law is so they can have more control over the population. Alice Rabbit is in space too? Amazing. Oh, woman marries anime pillow. Woman marries anime pillow, nobody is actually surprised. I remember a time when wacky stuff like this made a lot of headlines, but even though I'm reporting on it, I can't help but think how mundane it's become. I mean, we live in a world where you can just plug into the internet and live there for as long as your wallet can afford related fees. Lots of people get married in these virtual spaces. Thanks to new technologies, the traditional views on human relationships have changed so much that someone marrying a literal object feels kinda tame now. If the pillow had some form of intelligence, it might be somewhat different, but it's just a plain, generic anime hug pillow. Get with the times, Grandma. 4. Wanna marry me? Can't marry your own son. Okay. Yick, the final remaster leads the video game charts. The newest remaster of 2016's Yick, a postmodern RPG, opens the charts this week with 3.5 million copies shipped on its launch day. Other titles this week include new releases such as Hatsune Miku Project Remaster and Sting's Faced Remastered. That's a lot of remasters. Full chart including lifetime sales. Yick, the final remaster, 3.5 million. Hatsune Miku Project Remaster, 1.5 million. Sting's Face Remastered, 950,000. Water Pro Wrestling G, 500,000, 950,000. I don't know what the difference is. Oh, is that, I think that's, yeah, this week and then lifetime sales. Okay. And then Dang It Round Paul, 400,000 to 1.2 million. This is the third final this year. Alright, well, that's all the news, so let's hit the store. The bar, not a store. Good evening. Ah, Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the dog? Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. Poor Radshib. I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here. Greetings. Anyway, let's start. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Yeah, shut up. By any chance, did something fly over here 2 weeks ago? On Friday? Yes. There were lots of weird explosion noises through the night. But as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it flew by here. I take it you know what made the noise. Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard. Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say. So it remained in the vicinity? I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Interesting, so it didn't get far away. Now get me a Mars Blast. A Mars Blast for the guy who wouldn't come back twice. He's getting a big one. Because we're gonna sucker him for all of his cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Paradeltas. Let's see. 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh! Whoops. This is already a big one. Okay. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Blended. Right. One of these is enough to leave your face red like the actual planet. Here you go. Well, you didn't mess up. You're welcome. Sorry, if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Oh, certainly not. You really think you'd stand a chance? You're like half his size. I can fight dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight dirty. Well, at least he's full of himself. Jill, please, you make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. It's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right, sorry. And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them, aside from the owner. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking. Okay, let's try this suplex thing. Right. Let's give Ingram a suplex. Wow, that sounded weird. Oh, I would really like to give Ingram an actual suplex. Okay. Yeah, he's getting, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we can give him a big one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Iced and mixed. Here. Good stuff. Like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie. And you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I needed to look for a specific file at... I wonder if Ingram's a cop. Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Oh, maybe he's a doctor. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that. And almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So why go through the whole thing? Rejection? Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. I see. How does the expunge work? You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. It causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. For 5 hours, you're trapped in bed while a horrible pressure builds up in your body and nanomachines are forced out. Oh, that sounds fucking awful. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, and your gums, and your toes, everywhere. And after all that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies. Ouch. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, I should have figured. Hey, give me one of those. Sure. We didn't make that gut punch for Jamie. I guess he got it from Gil. Let's give him a gut punch. Again, that didn't sound right. I don't know, that sounds perfectly right to me. Ooh, optional Karmatrine. That means we can get him tanked. And we can make it a big one, because gut punches are cheap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple of Flanagrades. Pump it with booze. Age it. Mix it. Big old gut punch. It's supposed to mean a punch made of innards, but the name actually describes what you feel while drinking it. Here. Yeah, I love these. It looks different from yours, though. I add a couple of extras in his, actually. So where's the antibody unit they stuck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all other maintenance systems. It can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements? Were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much-needed enhancement, or through fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Please come again. Don't count on it. Wow. So he's polite to Jamie, but he's still such a dick to us. You've said that twice. Shut up. Seemed like a nice guy. Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Maybe you caught him on a bad day. Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side of people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood, too. Jill likes giving Alma the bad touch. A bad touch for Alma. We're gonna give her a big bad touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. On the rocks and mixed. Here. Jill, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today, my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband, and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. Yeah, that sounds about par for the course for Alma's sister. And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids. Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. So she really messed it up, huh? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump onto the highway. So Eva comes and says, then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple. Damn! That's cold. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but I don't know, maybe it was the timing, but I've been laughing for an hour now. You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time. We even slept on the same bed for a while. Then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. I could forgive all of that. I mean, the age difference and all. But there's something in particular I still can't forgive. It was a day she invited her friends to the house, and I went to ask her for something. Oh, and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. And she said she had no little sisters. Ouch. Yeah, that's not cool. I think that was the moment that finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired her as much as a kid could admire someone, you know? Little by little, that admiration wore off until we finally reached that breaking point. I felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? Hey, it's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather, the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. This is day... I think this is day 15 or 16. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult. You see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration I held for her, she's made sure not to fix that impression. Is there? Huh. But enough about me, how are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So what's the problem then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brantini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Right. Ah, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These aged mixed stuff. Here. This is the thing. Let's start. Boo. Oh, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. Soon it became animosity, and not long after that, she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her eldest sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. And after the girl went into college, said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held her in high esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, I can lift your sweater. Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, enough. Enough? Shit. Peace out. I mean, I know the girl is you and the sister is your eldest sister. Please get to the point. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, she will be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Can I do this? No, okay. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get a beer? Right. A beer. Man, I am going crazy, aren't I? Make it a big beer. And 8 of these. Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both a big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be here. Remember, I won't forgive you. Yeah. I'll go take my break. Alright. Wow, you were here? You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? Anyways, call me if something comes up. Yeah, this is day 16. It's less chilly today. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Oh, shit. Hey. Ah, Norma. Phew. You're back. Oh, fuck you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said it out loud. Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. Phew, she thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Aw, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her all about the pressure she was putting on me. It would be interesting to see how this dialogue would have changed if I did give her alcohol. And said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. And? Well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After that, she told me it'd be a waste to spend money in a university just for me to not give it my all. So she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. Glad to hear that. And, well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. And you were right, I would be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Be careful. Aw, so sweet. Shut up. Hey Jill, mind helping me here? Sure. Make a bleeding Jane, please. On it. A bleeding Jane for Gil. Let's pop in a couple of those. 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blended. Does the secret drink have something to do with Anna here? Thanks. Hey Joe, do you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. Ah, interesting. And why can I? You're the main character? I don't know. What are you? A cute girl. Right. You okay, Jill? Making a lot of faces there. Yeah, just remembering stuff. Could you give me a hand here and serve a beer, please? Sure. Alright, time for a big old beer. Couple of those. Few of these. Couple of these. Some of those. And a big pile of booze. Thanks. Would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There. Oh, she changed the border. Can't see anything. You sure? Yup. Weird. Nobody expects the Dorothy Inquisition. Well, at least Dorothy's in a better mood. Dorothy Inquisition, Dorothy Inquisition, Dorothy Ow! I bit my tongue. The boss is in that game, tells you the recipe, and on 3 different days you can serve up the drink to get an extra person. Interesting. Who do you serve it to? Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. Ahem. Honey. Ah, hey, Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. Fluffy dream for Dorothy. We're gonna make it a big one, but no alcohol, because she's on the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aged and mixed. Thanks. Oh yeah, before you leave. What, are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be here then. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do? Who does what? Sorry, I sneezed. Weird sneezes. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe? Take care of Becky, please. Who the fuck's Becky? Man, she was in a rush. Okay, fuck that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand. Please. Well, I guess that's it for today. You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Hey Jill, mind if I ask a silly question? You've seen my clients, you can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves, though. Sorry, what did you want to ask? Do you know why they call them cat boomers? I mean, I guess their second set of ears looks like a cat's, but... the word boomer seems so out of place. Not so much when you consider it's not them, but their parents who were called such. Oh? Let's go a bit back first. You do know why cat boomers look like that, right? Because they went through some anti-nanomachine rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right? It's called the Yamazaki-Romanova treatment. Or was it the Romaneko-Yamada treatment? Let's call it the catification procedure. It was not only the first successful genetic treatment on a fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. Moreover, that research had a bit of a rocky story. funding got cut in the middle of it, at a critical point that could make or break the whole thing. Not to mention, Zaibatsu Corp's record of not addressing nanomachine rejection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maki Stangovich. Was it Stangovich? Let's call him Stangovich for now. He's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stangovich funded the research, and in a desperate move, his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course, the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stangovich, didn't die. She became the living testament of a scientific breakthrough. But then, the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Parents made their unborn children go through the catification procedure, even if they had no ailments at all. All because one particular girl whose life got saved through that treatment became a media darling for a bit. A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got born. And their parents got called cat boomers? A generation of parents obsessed with those cat-like features. The fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Eventually, cat boomer just started being used for people with the protrusions instead of their parents. You keep calling them protrusions. Why is that? Because that's what they are. Eh? You didn't think those things on their head were ears, right? Sure, they can be moved because they're somehow connected to the facial and ear muscles. Thus, they can move like a cat's and react to their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Huh. It still surprises me a bit, though, that the biggest mutation they get after the treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been born with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You really thought they were functional ears, huh? Let's say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you. Don't worry. I feel like I should apologize for talking so much instead. And keep in mind I'm fucking up the terms. I don't want you saying someone got protrusions because of a catification procedure. I'll keep it in mind. Wait. What? Yeah, the guy's name was Stangovich. Eh? I just remembered Sylvia Stangovich was around my age, and when I was a teen, there were some TV specials featuring her. And I just remembered that I had the biggest crush on her. Now that I think about it, that crush had me very confused back then. And did you need to shout just now? Sorry. In any case, I'm out for the day. Alright, careful out there. All booze and no firecrackers makes Dana a dull girl. Alright, not a terrible day. We only need about, like, 53 bucks. Although, presumably we're gonna have to buy something else now. Yep, here it is. Jill is thinking a lot about Kira Mickey. Buying one of her posters will prevent her from getting too distracted. Yep. I could tear one off any wall in the vicinity, but hell knows what germs they have. Sure. Jill bought what she wanted. Good. So I need like 360 bucks. Surviving in Glitch City. Any tips for a new friend in this wonderful land? Oh boy, self-deprecating thread? Don't trust in White Knights and don't go out after 5 p.m. unless you want to get mugged or murdered. I thought the White Knights were disbanded. Bring a portable chair everywhere. You'll have to line up for flour, lol. Get used to eat what you find. Shortages are getting out of hand. I've been eating rice with butter for months now, but I guess it could be worse. You know, I should probably add butter when I make rice. I don't because I'm lazy, but... don't jinx it, please. I have enough as it is. So coming here was a mistake. Why would you come here anyway? Visiting family, but now I want to take them out. Do it while you can. Yeah, airlines are leaving the city, lol, soon, so we won't even be able to escape. What, rice with butter? Yeah, that's definitely a thing. I know my parents do add butter to, when they make rice. It's pretty common. Um, I just don't do it because I'm lazy. um, let's see. Can I even get some weed in this crap hole somewhere? Yeah, I just PM'd you a good dealer. Hey. Unless I'm mistaken, my grandpa lived here before they turned it into Glitch City. Usually I just don't add anything to it. Like, during the cooking process. After I cook it, I'll generally add soy sauce and hot sauce. Let's see. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilum company. At the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. But the reality is that the convenience of these kind of relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth, to the point where birth rates are beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. Beans, tomatoes, or gravy. Yeah, those certainly would be good options. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I had this really good lamb vindaloo, which of course came with rice, as it does, and that was really good. Black bean soup and diced onion. Like, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of cooked onions, like, when they're in a cohesive state. Like, I don't mind onions being mixed into something when they're just gonna, like, dissolve into it or whatever. But I don't like I don't know, it's a combination of the taste and texture of the cooked onions. I just am not really a fan. I'll eat it, but if I'm gonna have cooked onions, it's gotta be onion rings. Let's see. Annie Mae, a 17-year-old student, agrees with the general sentiment. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and the sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. It's expected that new regulations will soon be announced to address the situation. Being only with Lilum can be tiring, though. Okay. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City as long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. What do you think? Should we wear whatever we want? Or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. Gods be praised. First silly law I'm all in for. Okay, BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. I just usually put mine in with red beans, garlic sauce, tomato sausage, spices, cooked with thick crazy. Yeah, that sounds actually really good. Okay, the British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and a weak currency, the BTC has given the order to disband almost half of its recreational businesses in the city. We can't keep doing business like this. Glitch City has a negative impact on our earnings, and we can't continue in the red, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They make a lot of money already, and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. Oh yeah, this. Late to the party, Augmented Eye. Yeah, we've known about this for a while. Okay. So I think this is probably a good spot for me to take a brief break, for me to stretch my legs and give my voice a couple minutes to rest. And I'll be back in just a few minutes as we continue on day 17, I guess it is now. So stick around, I'll be back very shortly. Alright, we're back. Let's get to work. Alright, December 29th. I gotta make the rent today. Evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so, I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not going to say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Fine. Give me the list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know Gil has a crush? Ooh, is Gil crushing on Mario? What? A client of his. A girl that owns a bazaar. Okay, so not Mario. She's been coming on to him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backward, and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it. That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me, time to mix drinks and change lives. Gil with a crush, huh? This place, great. Oh, if it isn't. Hey, Jill. Sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Hey, I'm glad she came back. I was wondering if she would. Boss, stalked woman incoming. The door's open. Go ahead, the door to the left. Thanks. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one, that's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? Geez, we haven't actually seen Radsheba in a few days. Mr. Donovan, of course it's this asshole. Now, where did she... Oh, the hellhole, perfect. Hey kid, I'll have the usual. Right. Huh, he remembered me after 2 weeks. Mr. Donovan's usual drink, that one I remember. 'Cause he likes beer. Big beer. Big beer for the big asshole. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4. 8 of these babies. Mix it up. Here. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all this that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know. Then why not try to rectify that image? To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls, in the non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Corp and company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to fine you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, and the best case scenario is that they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line. Huh. Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday, they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week, they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. Illegal chicken restaurants? Huh. Not to mention, there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that. Alright, kid, let's try a moonblast now. Come again? Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time. Yeah, let's give him a moonblast. Okay, yeah, we can bigify this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Couple of these, couple of those, and a little bit of booze. Iced and blended. Do 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 do. Here. Now, let's see what the ruckus is about. So... what brought you here? Oh, right. Didn't you see a Lilim coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up. Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really. Just hitting on her. Wow, what a douchebag. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring. Why, though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also, hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as fuck and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those king-class Chia models are, personally. Ugh, this guy is so skeevy. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. Wow, match made in heaven there. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. So that Lilim isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver. At least he said please. Let's just give him a pile driver, literally. Yep, you're getting a double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8 of these. There we go. Mix it up. Here. Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. The guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. Hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you. Dang, custom video from, up-and-coming pop star. Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos. How nice of you. It's nothing, really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Sure. Something sweet. Oh, she did like the Mulan. Although I don't know if that counts as sweet. What do we got? We got... Nah, that's just a cheap one. We want something expensive, because we got rent to make. Sparkle Star is cheap. Blue Fairy's cheap. Moonblast is kind of cheap. But not bitter, it wants sweet. Brandini is more expensive. Oh, we could go with a piano woman. Yeah, we'll go with a piano woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. And 3 of these. Aged, mixed. Here. Thanks. So, do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you. You don't say. Well, not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. That seems like abuse of corporate position or something like that. Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, so it wouldn't hurt to try. How nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I see. You know, I've met two fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing. Hehehe. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image for me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? Well, we do have her poster and we bought one of her singles, so... To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. So nice to hear. Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea? Let me see, we do. The Mulan tea. Here. Perfect. Hey, you're a King Class Chia, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? Is that Dorothy's model? We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced, and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. Ah, I see. Hey Jill, will you go to my next concert? I heard every ticket was sold out. Never mind how expensive they are. So I guess that's a no, sorry. Now you will. Here. Eh? Is this? It's a ticket for my encore concert. Dang, nice. Sorry it's not a better seat, but I only get so many free tickets. No, I mean this is amazing. I don't know if I can accept it though. You will. It even has a backstage pass so we can talk afterward, and you'll tell me how it was. Why give it to me? I don't know, I like you. You're attentive and hear me out. That behavior should be rewarded more. Well, thanks. God, it feels so weird to get a gift. And from a celebrity, no less. Don't think too much about it. You deserve it. Although I guess I can understand how you feel about receiving gifts. I usually get quite a few from fans, but it always feels so weird. I don't like feeling as though I got something for free. Luckily, I've thought of a way of not feeling so bad about it. How? Just give it my all on stage. They gave those gifts to me after watching me perform. It's only natural for me to do my best and give it my all as a way to repay them. I should give it my all mixing drinks then? Of course. I see. Well, I've got to go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first. Alright. Let's see. Ugh. Got a rogue eyelash. Ugh. Alright, a Sparkle Star. I don't know if I've actually ever made one of these before. Let's make it a big one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple of these. You know what? Let's get her fucking tanked. I don't think this is actually gonna get her drunk, but, she deserves some good booze. Aged, mixed. Here. Sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you. Boss, Gil's back. I'll take my break. Alright. Okay. Maybe a little bit. Note to self, buy oil for that door. Alright then. Gil, you're in my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of the boss's chicken buckets. Did boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings. Ah, Stella, what can I get for you? I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. A Bleeding Jane for Stella. Alright. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blend it all up. Say the name of this drink 3 times in front of a mirror and you'll look like a fool. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean, really clean. Gil is the one you can owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey, Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of White Knight suits. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any White Knight still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynchings, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many White Knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And, of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many, so I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks, I can see how. There is one weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique. The guy had a really small unit, 5 people including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. Hen what? Ahem, they looked really gaudy. Hey, she likes Sente. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among those wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie. A fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corp has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corp because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. The corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corp chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing. Yeah. Sounds a lot like our premiere. So what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park. And I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Huh. No, seriously, and what? Ahem. Can I get a Brantini here, please? Sure. Alright, let's give her a Brantini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4... Whoop! Didn't want that. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No Bronson. A couple of Karmatrines. Aged. Mixed. Here. Thanks. So I take it you're in a good mood today. Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kirai Mickey Encore concert. Nice. Oh, right. As it turns out, she was just here. Again? Ahem. Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised, too. I was more surprised she remembered my name, though. And, like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life. But having such backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone, it's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that's what made her so famous so quickly. how she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I've never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much. Being a nice person will take you far, though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he's actually managed to get certain contracts over other more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like good advice. But more importantly, Daddy? Ahem. Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. I see. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Say in her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that. Heh. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Sure. Something classic. Let's see, beer, Bleeding Jane, or frothy water? Well, I think we already gave her a Bleeding Jane earlier. So let's just go with a beer. Give her a big old beer. Mix it up. There you go. Here. Thank you. Doesn't get more classic than that. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but... that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of the suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal? The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it, though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious, though. Have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Run away! Please come again. Ah, Alma. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greetings stop, then saying please and thanks stops. And before you know it, boom, total anarchy. You're exaggerating. Am not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, "I did not." So, you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Sure. Alright. She's going straight for the, big fishbowl drink. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 of these. On the rocks, mixed. Here. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Wow, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. I have a feeling that that's Jill's fanfiction handle. May 22nd. Today my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. Okay, so that's her like, Tumblr. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Gods no, I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... I don't know, I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of the past? I was bored. Last Friday, I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Oh sure, that's not completely illegal. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used a search engine, you know. I didn't request documents or anything. Oh, okay. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69. Like, in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Sure. A sugar rush, are they trendy now or something? You know what? Just for that, you're getting pumped full of alcohol. those, couple of these, and all the booze. Yeah, that's right. 14 dings of alcohol. All mixed. Here. This is the thing. Let's say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yep. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who I'd describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight, and me just saying, keep the fucker. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit, and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well, we had awesome chemistry, I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point, I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will ya? Sure. Let's get her a beer. Couple of these. Some of these. Couple of those babies. Some flan. And 8 of these. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you, and I know you're saying that in jest, but I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, and honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then. I gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping, because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? What? Heh, chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing, and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. That seems handy. Oh, there's other utilities, like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. That's neat. There's lots more, but they're small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How did your family take the operation? They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. Well, yeah, you got your hands cut off. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So, are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once. Now you don't. Eh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance, and you just used it up. Damn it! Surprise! Hey, Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey. Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. It proposes a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read, though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault that you've convinced yourself you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idol girl left him like that, it seems. You think? It might have been while he was out. True. Hey, boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... Ahem. No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show. It just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, like, wrestling is choreographed, but they're actually doing the things that they're doing. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Yeah, at my last job, there were several individuals who were very into wrestling, so I heard quite a bit about it. One of them actually used to be a wrestling manager. Oh well, wait, what? Come here, fuckboy! Fuckboy! Ugh, that hurt my throat. Eighth grade what? Ooh, we got a ton of tips today. Alright, we are good for our rent. Hey, we got the make sure Jill pays all of her bills achievement, and make sure Jill doesn't get distracted even once. Cool. You were charged with $10,000 for your rent. Have a nice day. Jill will have a roof on her head for another month. This sense of relief will make sure she focuses at work. Great. And I think there's only one more day, so I think we can, like, buy stuff if we want to. So let's see, it would be 5, 850, a lot. Let's see, that would be $23.50 if we ignore that really expensive one. $28.50, that's... Yeah, we can't afford to buy everything, unfortunately. We could buy some stuff. We could buy the PC9X, actually. If we really wanted to. Maybe I should do that. Since it is, playable. As far as I know. Yeah, you know what? We've got the cash. Let's buy it. So how do we play it? I don't know how to actually play it. Maybe it's something in here? Oh, well, let's read the news. Okay. Grand Slam fighters crown a new heavyweight champion. Glitch City's most popular pro wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking the gold from fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout, with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for the 3 count. During an interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us through a translator that he's waiting for 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. So exciting, if only I understood what was going on. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession: salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean's surface, that's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima Island in Japan. And Australia? Australia is a tad more complicated than that. Oh no, is Australia like overrun with horrible mutants or something? New Lilim regulations. The current regulations preventing Lilim from looking too human have been working well so far, but Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence. But people look more robot-like by the day, too. Okay. Let's see. Oh, she made a post about us. Valhalla. The name sounds silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there I felt really safe and at home. The bartenders are a bunch of sweethearts, and the boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. I don't know if I want the bar to suddenly become a fan tourism hotspot. Okay, so how do we play the, I don't know how we play the video game. Do we have to buy the cartridges? Replica Toy Touring is not going to, be a paper lantern, meet the staff. And that's just a banner. So this is a download code. So we should get that. And the assorted cartridges. Yeah. So we can play it! Yeah, there we go, we needed to buy the cartridges, I guess. Play Model Warrior Julianne, yes. Hey, we got an achievement for playing a video game. Okay, X to shoot and arrows to move. Since we are getting pretty close to the end of the stream, this feels like a good way to end it. Is there... Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, great, it's a bullet hell. I'm terrible at these. Okay. Oh. Okay, okay. Not doing too badly yet. This reminds me of a game I made in high school when I took programming. Oh, and we're toast. Yeah. Yeah, let's give it one more try. My programs always worked, but no one was entirely sure how or why. I'm gonna die again real quickly. Ugh. Okay. I wonder if you actually get anything for getting a certain distance in the game. Wow, I am terrible at this. Yeah, basically. You're not wrong there. The power of spaghetti code. Die, all you horrible machines. Oh, crap. That's 2 hits. And I'm dead again. Okay, I think I've had just about enough of that. Is there a different game that we can play? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, and I think that's everything that we can do here. So I don't want to, I don't want to start a new day quite yet, since it's basically end of the stream. So I think I'm just going to end it a few minutes early here. And call it there for today, and then we have the last 2 days for next week's stream, as we are going to finish the game then. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this game. I've really been enjoying it. I'm glad that I finally had the opportunity to do so. So, yeah, tomorrow we are going to start Slime Rancher, which was also very generously gifted to me by Lord Plum. Then on Thursday, we're going to be playing Luck Be a Landlord. I don't know a lot about it, but it's kind of like a roguelite slots deck building thing, where you are apparently fighting capitalism. So we'll see how that goes. Then Friday, we are going to be finishing Persona 4, come hell or high water. We've just got that one last dungeon to get through, and then whatever ending cutscenes there are, I will drink a fucking energy drink if I have to, and go for like 4 or 5 hours if I have to. We are finishing Persona 4 on Friday. And then Sunday, we will continue with Route B of Nier Automata, which I unfortunately had to dip early yesterday because I wasn't feeling super great. Really all of today, I haven't been feeling super great. I started feeling a little better in the early afternoon, kind of like 3-4 o'clock. But I don't know what it was. Something just, I guess maybe I had a little bug or something, and it just knocked me out. So definitely feeling better now, so that's nice. I hope that everyone enjoyed the stream. Thank you all for coming, as usual. I really appreciate you guys being here. Um, I hope that you have a very good night, and I will see you tomorrow as we start Slime Rancher. Have a good night.